What is up, everyone? I am CBMF Productions, and welcome back to another installment of Mystery Unboxings. Now, it's been a couple months since the last time I did this series, and that's just due to my life just being incredibly hectic at the time being over the summer and just having a lot of stuff going on. But since people are going back to school and work because the summer is dying down, I think it's just the right time to bring this series back along with multiple series on my channel and bring back content that I haven't really produced that much in the past couple months or so. So I think it'd be kind of fun to do another one of these videos. I really enjoyed doing it the last time. Hopefully this time around it won't just be a bunch of DVDs again because, you know, I'm a big Blu-ray collector, as you can tell behind me. For those who aren't clued in to what I'm explaining or what the series is about, essentially there's a local multimedia store around my area called Second and Charles. They do this little fun thing where they pack in 50, completely random DVDs and Blu-rays into this mystery box, and I'll show some B-roll footage of it. And essentially, I decided a couple months ago to try it out, and a lot of garbage, but overall I had some pretty cool gems as well. But I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get into this box, and we're going to see what treasures and what trash are going to be inside this box. Alright, so the box is now open. I'm not looking into it because for some reason they decided to, or whoever packed this box decided to put the DVD slips upwards so I can see all the titles, so I'm not going to look down. So we're just going to start this thing, and we'll see what's trash and see what's treasure. So starting off with this, looks so weird. Look like the fucking Netflix movie. Alright, so first off, we got DVD. Ooh, We're the Millers. I actually already own this on Blu-ray, but this is a really funny comedy. One of the better ones I've seen in the past decade or so that have come out. Really good cast all around. And yeah, this is a really good movie. If you have not seen it yet, please check it out.
You guys are getting paid?
So I'm going to put that, technically I'll put that in the trash category just because I've already own it. Or I already own it. Sorry, I can't speak English today. Pretty good movie. Next up, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Easily the best of the Pirates series. Some will say probably the only good one out of this pirate series, but I'm one of those people that really does pretty much enjoy every single installment minus On Stranger Tides, Justice for Johnny and all that stuff. Hopefully he'll be able to return as Jack Sparrow in the future installment or even just cameo in that regard, but overall pretty good movie. Another one that I already own on Blu-ray though. Let's see. For our first Blu-ray here, so we got the original Annie. Never seen this before, not the biggest fan of musicals, and I don't know, I've heard good things about it, but I don't know, not really my type of genre, but I might check it out. I'm just gonna get a handful of them at a time at this point, so we can just not have to worry about reaching down 50 times. We got a handful of Blu-rays, a Blu-ray and a handful of DVDs. We got Tangled. Honestly, I might keep this one. This was one of the first Disney revival movies that came out and really as in terms of the era, really revived Disney animation in an era previously in the early 2000s where they really were struggling. So this is a pretty good movie, good kind of spin on Rapunzel and all that stuff. Again, I'm not the biggest Disney fanatic out there, but I did quite enjoy it, so I actually might keep that one because I don't own it already. We got The Matrix Reloaded with a bunch of stickers on it. And also I might just do some B-roll footage of all these DVDs and Blu-rays so you can see it up front instead of seeing it from afar. But Matrix Reloaded, the second Matrix film, shot back to back with Revolutions. The Matrix is just one of those franchises where the first film's great and none of the sequels really live up to the potential of the first film. This one's really overloaded with CGI, really making Neo have a god complex and have him to the point where he's invincible, and I don't really think that makes the story that interesting. I talked a little bit about it when I ever did that, was it Every Film Franchise Ranked, when I discussed all the movies, but it's not a bad movie, but certainly nowhere near as good as the first film. We got She's the Man, one of those classic staple early 2000s, mid 2000s comedies, teen comedies and such. I've never seen this before, has quite a big caching, Tatum, Amanda Bynes, all that stuff. I don't know, I might check it out, but I don't know. Another, staple of the mid-2000s, a rom-com, The Ugly Truth. Katherine Heigl, Gerard Butler. I've never seen this before. Kind of cool as a Blockbuster copy. I like seeing these old Blockbuster DVDs because it's kind of a relic of a past era. When I grew up around a Blockbuster, and yes, I did grow up around a Blockbuster until 2012. Never seen it, so I can't really give much of an opinion about it. So let me see. We got another stack. They're old DVDs. We got Pride and Prejudice, starring Keira Knightley. Never seen this before. Don't really have much, stock in Pride and Prejudice. Just not really much of a fan of that era. I can't. What's the describe it like those just like, royalty England, stuff like Bridgerton and all that stuff. It's not my thing. We got The Ant Bully, one of those movies that I grew up around, or at least I visibly remember the advertising for this movie. I grew up in a weird phase where we just got a bunch of like forgettable kids movies like Over the Hedge or Meet the Robinsons or Chicken Little, like a bunch of like strange oddities in the animation genre, and this is no exception to that. I think I might have seen it at Cartoon Network like once 15 years ago, but I literally have no recollection of this movie at all. Then we got Rush Hour 2. I don't own any of the Rush Hour movies. If I would like to own at least the first one on Blu-ray because that's the only one I really enjoy. This sequel, it's it's all right. Definitely better than the third one, I'll give it that, but nowhere near as good as the first one. Then we got the Vin Diesel Riddick collection, sealed, which is kind of cool. I already own all 3 of the movies on Blu-ray already. Vin Diesel's really other big franchise outside of Fast and Furious that he's still kind of involved in. If they ever do make a Riddick 4, I would be down for it way more than another Fast and Furious movie or another XXX movie. So, I don't know. All really good movies I quite enjoy, and, if they ever do another one, I'm down for it. Then we have a combo or a 4-movie collection of all the Men in Black movies. Also, side note, this kind of annoys me whenever Sony does this, but whenever like they stack the new movie against and they put the older ones on the bottom, that's always annoyed me for some reason. But I have reviewed all these movies on my channel because they are technically Marvel related movies on the Marvel Imprint Retrospective, so I won't give my thoughts much on them, but the first one's really good. I really enjoyed the third one. Part 2 and International I can kind of take or leave. Then we have The Net, starring Sandra Bullock. I saw a part of this once when I was staying at a cabin like 5 years ago. That's the only recollection I have of this movie. I haven't seen it all the way through, so I can't really give much of an opinion on it. Yeah, I'm speaking way too fast right now. Then we got another stack of DVDs. So we got, let me see. We got Snatch. I already own this on Blu-ray, so not really going to keep it. But still really good Guy Ritchie movie, one of his most celebrated movies in that era where he just started with Lock, Stock, and all that. So damn good movie, definitely would recommend it. Then we have Napoleon Dynamite, another staple of the 2000s. Weird that they have like this little sticker in the front where it's like a GameStop knockoff, but another one has like a bajillion stickers on it. But damn good comedy, one of the most celebrated of the early 2000s. Hell, I have a Vote for Pedro shirt that I have in my collection. Then we have the Interpreter, starring Nicole Kidman and Sean Penn. Never seen this before. I think I've heard of this before, but not a movie I really haven't gone out to check and see. Then we have, what else? American Gangster, another blockbuster kind of sealed DVD case. Damn good movie, one of Ridley Scott's best of recent memory, in my opinion. Great performance by Denzel Washington. One of my favorite scenes of his entire career is whenever like he walks up to like Idris Elba back when he was like a nobody, and like Idris Elba's like treating him like shit, and then he just shoots Idris Elba in the middle of the street and just keeps walking along back into the diner. That's always been one of my favorite scenes in any Denzel Washington movie. But yeah, great movie. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Then we have the 4 collection of Batman movies, the Schumacher and Tim Burton movies. I already own these on Blu-ray. Yeah, take a shot every single time I've said that in this video so far. But once again, like the Men in Black movies, I've talked about all these on my channel because they're comic book movies. And I will say really enjoy the first one. Actually, I really enjoyed the first 2. I've come around a lot more on Batman Returns than previous years. Forever I Could Take or Leave, and then Batman and Robin is kind of a so bad it's good movie. Can't wait to see Michael Keaton back in the Flash movie if it ever comes out. And yeah, sucks that he had to deal with Batgirl and Morbius and all that stuff. Michael Keaton, great actor, but man, comic movies recently are not treating him the best. Then we have another stack of DVDs. We got Shrek 2, the best Shrek movie, and in my opinion, the best DreamWorks movie that has been made. Awesome sequel to the first one, really amps up all the storylines that the first film set up really well. Introduces a lot of interesting villains and side characters into the mix, like bringing in Fiona's family and all that stuff. Damn good movie, really enjoy it, and yeah, it's awesome. Then we have Anastasia. Never heard of this before. What is this? It's like one of those like, this doesn't feel like a real movie. Like, I don't know why. Like, okay, I guess this was made by 20th Century Fox, but disc made in Mexico. That's interesting. Never heard of this before. Probably won't check it out. Then we have The Polar Express. I already own this on Blu-ray. One of the staples of my childhood. I remember watching this for the first time during Thanksgiving, or no, during Christmas. Right, it was like one of those times whenever like a teacher would put on a movie before you would go out for winter break, and this was the movie that we watched, and it's always stuck with me ever since. So much so that I bought the game and I reviewed the game. I'll probably put a link to it above in annotations. But overall, just awesome movie. I know it's kind of like a love it or hate it type of film. Like my mom hates the mocap style that this movie was animated by. Same thing with like Monster House and all that. Beowulf and all those type of like that the era of animation that was trying to be realized and all that. But I think it really works well for the tone this movie goes for. Not as good as the book, of course, just because they of course had to pad a bunch of extra stuff in there because the book was not worthy of a 90-minute runtime. But as is, I still really enjoy it. I love the score, love the atmosphere, love the performances, especially from Tom Hanks. A lot of fun. One of the Christmas staples in my household, and I really enjoy it. Then we have something new. Never heard of this before, so I can't really give much of an opinion on it. Okay. Then we have Boys Don't Cry. Never seen this before. No, it's one of Hilary Swank's best performances. Definitely a representation of like how different people are like trans people are treated in like in the South and all that type of stuff. I think it's more relevant today than back in the 90s, even more so in my opinion, from what I've heard. I definitely want to check this one out. I actually might keep this one. I'll watch it tonight. I don't know. Here it's great. If you have seen it, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Then we have this Ultimate Edition of Dirty Dancing. I kind of miss when studios really put a lot of effort into making their physical copies really like well made and well manufactured, and has a lot of like extra special features. I mean, like looking at like the amount of special features in the back, even though I already own this on Blu-ray and probably won't keep it, like the fact like nowadays like the only way you can get like massive major special features like this is when you have to pay like $30 to get like Shout Factory or Arrow Video or any like third-party company to like make it for you. The fact the studios just kind of like throw stuff out there nowadays because like they don't really care about physical media kind of sucks. Dirty Dancing as a movie is an awesome film. Wasn't a movie that I wasn't really like excited to see, but when I did check it out, is one that really surprised me. It's a really good staple of the 80s in my opinion. So yeah, really good movie. Then we have Ants, the first DreamWorks film ever made. Kind of like went head-to-heads with A Bug's Life. Definitely interesting staple in the history of animation, not only for the fact that it is the first DreamWorks movie, but also just for how weird this movie is and how like it just wouldn't be made today in the way it was, with the amount of swearing and like innuendos that were in this movie. The fact that Woody Allen himself voices the main character is such a weird oddity. Not a bad movie, but definitely one that like I didn't grow up with it, so watching it for the first time a couple years ago was kind of jarring to me. It's a decent movie, but one that I don't think ages as well as it should have been. Okay, let's see. I've only gotten 2 Blu-rays in this video, so let's hope we get more. Yeah, I'm really trying not to look down because they decided to put all the sleeves up, so I want to be surprised at least. Okay, so we got more DVDs here. So we got Sex and the City Season 6 Part 2. I feel like someone just ripped this out of a box set and just threw it in this box. I have never seen Sex and the City, so I don't really have much of the stake in the TV series, so I don't really know. I know they like revamped it recently for HBO Max. That's all I know about this. So yeah, that's my opinion on Sex and the City, if you wanted to know. Then we have the infamous Mike Myers Cat in the Hat film. By far the worst adaptation of any Dr. Seuss movie, which there haven't been many, but especially for live action, this film is horrendously terrible. I mean, it's really only good to watch if you're watching to laugh at it with friends. This film is just like, I didn't watch it until like a couple years ago. I would hate to watch this as a little kid and be absolutely horrified at the look of Mike Myers dressed up as the cat. It's just such a weird oddity of a film. I mean, I kind of love it for existing, but at the same time, it's a terrible adaptation of this novel or the book. I don't know. It's weird calling that a novel, but yeah, it's Cat in the Hat. What do you expect? Then we got The Jungle Book 2, one of the many direct-to-video Disney sequels that was made from like the late 90s, early 2000s. Just any popular Disney IP was kind of shot out a sequel on the video. Never seen this one. I'm not even a big fan of the original Jungle Book. That's why I'm a big fan of the Jon Favreau remake, and I think it's really like one of the few Disney live action remakes to actually be justified, just because the original had a lot to be improved upon. I've never seen the sequel. Had no interest to see the sequel. I don't know. And alongside that is the original Jungle Book. Speaking of that, personally, just not a big fan of the Jungle Book. It's not a bad movie, from what I remember, but it's not one of the classic Disney staples, and not one that a lot of people really talk about. Again, the Jon Favreau version is one of the few Disney remakes where I will definitely say is better than the original, and I wish we would get more remakes like that instead of just getting another bona fide classic like The Lion King and just remaking it beat for beat just for the sake of making money. And yeah, like if you make more original or remakes of movies that need to be improved upon, like the Pinocchio one with Tom Hanks looks kind of interesting. Again, I just yeah, Jungle Book, not the best one in the world, not a bad movie, but not one of my favorite Disney movies. Again, not a big Disney fanatic. Then we got, I think it's okay. So what we got? So we got Ray, Jamie Foxx biopic. Which Ray Charles biopic starring Jamie Foxx. I can't speak today. Damn good movie. I actually bought this on DVD from like a Goodwill and watched it as a blind buy. Awesome recreation from Jamie Foxx and his performance. The directing is really well done. The time period and all the production design is incredible. Just one of those biopics that I really enjoy in a genre where I'm not the biggest fan of biopics, to be honest with you. It's kind of one of the reasons why I still haven't seen the Elvis movie, and even though that's been blowing up the box office in some regards. Then we have Alexander, the director's cut apparently. Never seen this before. I'm not a big fan of Swords and Sandals movies, but yeah, beyond like Gladiator and all that stuff and like 300. So yeah, I don't really know much about this other than it surprisingly has a really stacked cast. I might check it out, might not. I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent on these types of movies. Then we have Mona Lisa Smile. Again, another oddity that I've never heard of before. It's a movie, I guess. It's, again, kind of cool that it has like the blockbuster packaging, but other than that, not really much else to say on this. Then we have the Da Vinci Code. Never seen any of the Da Vinci Code movies, so I don't really know much about them or have much stock in them. So I might check this out, might not. Again, kind of indifferent. Then we have Cinderella Man, another movie that I have not seen yet. I have heard of this before, so that's a plus. I've heard good things about it, but just haven't really gotten the time to check it out yet. So yeah. And then we got another really well put together DVD we got here. The Michael Bay Pearl Harbor movie. Shit movie, really inaccurate, but hey, look at this. Like, this is really well put together. Man, the packages in this is amazing. Wish studios would do this more for other movies nowadays. But yeah, Michael Bay, Pearl Harbor, would not recommend it. That's all I would say on it. Okay, we're getting down to like the final few. Finally, we got some Blu-rays here. Again, it seems like I just got like 99% DVDs here. So we got Faster, starring Dwayne Johnson. I remember, or visibly remember this coming out back when The Rock was starting to make his way into the big blockbuster industry after like, he did a few small ones like the Doom movie and Walking Tall and The Rundown, but this is when he really started like his new phase of action star where he just joined the Fast and Furious movies as Hobbs and Fast 5, and he would do other movies like, what was it, Rundown or whatever it was, and he would go on to do a bunch of big action movies. This is one of like the few, Snitch. Snitch was the movie that also came out like around the same time as this. I've never seen this before. I don't really know much about it other than the poster. It's a The Rock movie, but doesn't really look all that interesting to me. And then we have The Bank Job. I actually did own this exact Blu-ray at one point. I kind of gave it away. I don't really remember why. I do remember liking this movie. I might actually keep this just because there's not much. I don't know. I'm grasping at things to like look at the upside for this. But yeah, solid movie. I enjoy it. Who directed this? Roger. Okay, I've never heard of the director before. But Jason Statham, I remember really enjoying this movie, or I think it's a decent time. Really enjoy heist movies, so this has like a unique flavor to it from what I remember. So I might actually keep this. Then we have Family Guy, something Dark Side. Never seen this before. I know that the Family Guy special or the Star Wars specials are like one of the more like praised things about Family Guy, especially in recent memory. Has really good packaging. I'm not a huge Star Wars person, so I'm not like somebody like really like jumps at the gun for like a lot of Star Wars parody stuff, like Spaceballs, for example. But I might check this out. I do really enjoy earlier Family Guy than modern Family Guy. So yeah, cool. And then we have Memories of Gisha. Never heard of this before. Who stars in this? Let me see. Yeah, so it is Ken Watanabe, Michelle Yeoh. Okay, interesting. Again, I do like foreign movies. I do like samurai movies. I do like period pieces to some extent. I might check that one out. Looks interesting. Then we have Terminator 3, The Rise of the Machines. In my opinion, my least favorite Terminator movie, especially following the awesomeness of the first two films. It's the first of many sequels in this franchise to really let down the story of John Connor and Sarah Connor, and that great ending that T2 brought, and them just continuing to try and turn out a franchise that honestly, the storyline ended with the second movie, and starting up a bunch of like spin-offs and trying to branch out to a bunch of storylines that just got cut off at the knees with Salvation and Genesis and Dark Fate. This is the first of many. This for me is the worst one just because it ties itself directly to the second one the most, other than Dark Fate. The TX is not a very interesting villain. Don't really care for the actor who played John Connor. What was his name? Like Eric Stahl or something. He's a great actor, like in Bully and all that stuff. Like, if you haven't seen the movie, it's great. I covered it in underrated films, but not a very good John Connor. Didn't really care for the storyline, or like whenever like what was it, the third act when they're set in that bunker and the world goes off, or the bomb goes off and the world ends. It's just a very strange movie in my opinion. Talk to the hand. Yeah. Then we have The Number 23, starring Jim Carrey, in that era where he tried to like, what was it? Be more dramatic and serious after Eternal Sunshine, and yeah, I've never heard anything good about this movie, so I probably won't check it out. But I have it now, so interesting. Then we have Monster in Law. Never heard of this before. Not really big on rom-coms. Again, cool that it has like the blockbuster packaging. Other than that, don't really care. That's my opinion. And then we have a sealed copy of F8 Fate of the Furious. Now, I did used to own this movie, similar to what I said about Bank Job, but I did give it away after I saw F9 because, to me, at least at this point, my franchise canonical ending is Part 7, just because that ends the storyline in such a great way, giving great sound to Paul Walker, ending off Shaw's storyline of him being locked up in prison for killing Han, and the family being safe. F8 doesn't really do anything to really justify its continuation other than just make more money, and F9 certainly just drove that into the ground. Charlize Theron's kind of like an interesting villain in Cypher, but she's kind of so over the top that she feels really out of place with this franchise. The whole storyline of like her forcing Dom to like turn against the family, the whole history between him and Dwayne Johnson on set, you can definitely see on screen. The fact they don't have one single scene together on screen is just so weird. The action is so overturned up to the point where like The Rock can push a missile, and like it's just so ridiculous that like, to me, it's not enjoyable. It just becomes stupid. So to me, Part 7 is like the great ending, and unless they really turn it around with the last two movies, I don't really care to own any future Fast and Furious movies, so that's kind of why I gave my other copies of F8 away, and along with Hobbs and Shaw. So I probably won't keep this one either, although it is sealed, so that is nice. All right, so I think we're getting to the last few. So yeah, these are the last few. So yeah, let's knock this out. So we have the cat, or what? Not the cat. Well, Green Eggs and Ham. The animated special put on the DVD. I definitely remember growing up with this, especially like whenever like my school would do Green Eggs and Ham Day, or like Dr. Seuss Day, where like they were served green eggs and ham for breakfast, and they would just like put food dye over the eggs that they would serve. Definitely remember that. Of course, one of the classic Dr. Seuss stories. It's one of those movies or one of those specials that really shaped my childhood. Dr. Seuss did a lot of that stuff, and even though the guy might be not great, his work certainly is. So yeah. Then we have The Last Samurai, and the movie that I do own on Blu-ray. Awesome movie. One of Tom Cruise's best performances, in my opinion. Really awesome samurai movie, and yeah, I really enjoy it. Then we have Star Trek Into Darkness. I already own this on Blu-ray. I don't really hate this movie as much as most people do. I still really enjoy it. I do understand people who are big fans of Wrath of Khan kind of like don't really like the storyline of how it kind of got botched a little bit. But I still really enjoy it. Really enjoy Benedict Cumberbatch as Khan. Really fun additions to the cast. Some really cool action scenes. And I don't know. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan, but I do quite enjoy Star Trek Into Darkness. Then we have The Brave One, starring Jodie Foster. Never heard of this movie. Don't really have much stock in it. Then we have We Were Soldiers, starring Mel Gibson. And again, another movie I've never heard before, so I can't really say much about it. Then we have the remake of Cheaper by the Dozen, starring Steve Martin. I know they recently remade this again for Disney Plus. I've never watched any of the Cheaper by the Dozen movies, so I can't. Again, I haven't seen these movies, so I can't really say much about them. And the very last one, which is a Blu-ray, 50/50, another movie that I own on Blu-ray. Awesome movie, really enjoy. Really good movie to make a light situation or a light tone on a dark situation, and really being able to play that comedy drama and really able to balance those tones really well, in my opinion. Great cast all around. I'm a big fan of Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, so their dynamic on screen is really funny, in my opinion. Anna Kendrick, for the very little scream she gets in here, I really enjoy it. Bryce Dallas Howard's awesome. So yeah, good movie. If you have not seen it yet, check it out. And that's the third episode of Mystery Unboxings. I do hope all of you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos in this series, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content. I am CBMF Productions, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.